everybody, this is Sheree, and today we're going to do a CST. We will have 3 sets of 8 intervals. Each interval is 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. We're going to start with a quick warm-up because it's cold in my house, and we're going to run through some of the exercises that we have on the list here. So hopefully my music isn't super loud if you want to play your own, and let's get started. Ready? So we're going to start just kind of warming up a little bit with a march. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more time. Exhale. This time, bring the arms up, hold it, and let's pull a knee. Arms go down below the knees. We want to keep the elbows in tight. Next thing, let's bring the arms wide, squeeze it in, elbows come in tight. 4, 3, 2, elbow across. So on this one, if you can, let's meet the elbow with the knee, cross center line. If not, that's going to be our goal. Pull it in tight for 4, 3, 2, arms out wide. 4, 3, 2, pull to the front. All right, let's get 4 more of these. And let's take it back to a march. Deep breath in, exhale, one more time. And breathe out. Let's march the feet wide, lunge right and left. Starting up high, letting the knees warm up if you need to. Bring your feet just a little bit wider. There we go. Now check out the toes. Is our knee behind the toe? Is our chest up? Sitting a little bit deeper if we can. And once we feel comfortable, let's reach down and push back. All of my joints are popping. 4, 3, 2, no arms. Sitting the hips back, pressing and bringing the chest a little bit lower. This time, double it up. Same thing, let's make sure we're pushing our knee towards the pinky toe. Both toes are facing forward on this one. Back to singles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it together. Inhale. Exhale. Let's touch down and reach up. Now, if we're not ready, we're just going to reach between the knees. And again, work our way down. When we're ready, we touch the floor, but here's the thing. Butt has to drop. That's doing the work. The chest is along for the ride. Both toes and knees are pointing to the front of the room, not to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Feet go hip width, and let's start by stepping back with a lunge. Right leg first. Back, up, other side, up. When we do this, if you have lines on your floor, make sure the feet stay about hip width apart. We're not stepping the knee all the way down like we have been in my mobility. We're pushing off the back ball of foot. Now from here, let's get 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring it up. Let's step the left leg behind, tap it out. So this is where our body position becomes more important. Because we have a lot of torque in this knee right now, we want to keep that heel solid. The knee and the toe are pointing straight in front of you. This left hip is still mostly facing forward. We don't go as low if we have a hard time keeping this back leg steady. 2 more. 1 more, then we switch legs and step it back, out and up. So let's check the left leg. Knee and toe face the front of the room. Right hip facing forward. Left knee and toe facing the ground. Only going as deep as we can while keeping that front leg steady. 1 more time. Now, switch sides, alternating. Don't really care what we do with the arms, but we want to make sure that we're mostly facing forward. We're pushing off the back ball of foot, and we have a nice big movement here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that up. Take a deep breath and exhale. Let's go to all fours. I'm going to grab my other mat here. So from here, come down to the ground. We're going to do just a little bit of movement. Squeeze the armpits, elbows face to the back of the room. So let's take our left leg, point the toe to the ceiling, bring it into the chest. So notice on this one, I am using my glute to do it, and that's all I'm using right now. There's no movement in the spine, and I'm not going very high. One more time, switch sides. I'm working on range on this one while keeping my back flat. Point the toe to the ceiling if you can. Otherwise, we go as high as we can go with the toe pointing up, which may mean we only go to here. Very nice. Curl the toes under this time. Come up, push the hips back, and let's walk the legs. Down dog or an A-frame. 4, 3, 2, to a plank. Hold right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit back into a crouch, and then press forward, bring the shoulders away. Crouch and press. If that is hard, we sit into a modified child's pose until we're ready to do a couple pressing forward. Almost there. Good. Now come back to all fours. Sit the hips back into that modified child's pose. Nose goes along the floor. Press the hips, shoulders up. Child's pose. Dive under. Going under an imaginary fence. Now if you want more, we're coming to that A-frame. Elbows bend facing the back of the room. Slide under the fence. Press the hips down and the chest up. One more time. Excellent. Come on up. One last thing on the floor here. So we're going to start. Squeeze the butt back to our donkey kick. Up and in. 3, 2, 1. Here's your next version. Come up to that A-frame. Knee to the chest. Press the heel to the ceiling. Again, you can come in here. Or you have a kick up. All right, let's get the other side. Starting with the hips flat, chest facing the ground, minimal flexion in the spine. Let's come up to our A-frame, heel to the ceiling, knee to the chest. Coming to a plank if you want to, and if you can. Let's get one more. Now, if you want it, kick up, come back in, and hold. Very nice. So let's do a couple of other motions here. We're going to do some burpee variations. Staying on the ground, we have our hands on the ground. Option 1 is to stay on the floor just like this. Come to a plank if you want it. Step in between the hands. Lift the heels. Put your hands on the outside of your feet and step back. Jumping if you want it. Second version. Starting up high with me. Bring your hands, join me please, between your feet. Kick back, kick up, jump, heels, or stay solid. Wide burpee. All right, so I think that's all we need for right now. Hopefully you're a little warmed up. If you're not, take a second, pause the video, warm up the joints just a little bit more. So we're gonna start with a lunge to a knee up. So, right leg's gonna go back. We're gonna lift the knee and step back. Stay in that lunge, pressing off. You want more? You have the option to add a fist and or a jump. All right, so that's your first one. Second move, we go to the floor. Here's your rotation. So we're gonna go onto the knees into a plank. First, turn onto the knees, side plank, back to the center. Up, back to the center. You want more, split the feet, lift to the center. Let's get the other side. Up and back. Just feel the shoulder blade moving, knees if you need it. One more time. Staying right here. Hold the feet, bring them up. Jump or not. Last one is going to be laying back, cross crawl, which is a controlled bicycle crunch. So we're gonna extend one leg, rotate, extend the other leg. You can go faster as long as the form doesn't break down. All right, so with that, let's start with our lunge. Left leg's gonna be doing the moving. I'm gonna get our timer started. Is it a bad sign if I'm already tired? All right, come on and join me. Starting with your left leg, step back and knee up. So if you can see yourself in any kind of mirror or reflection, we want to try to keep the feet hip width. Chest is up, squeeze the right glute to lift. Now do this for me. Don't look at the floor. Keep driving through the right heel. If you want more, you've got that jump or jump. If you're like me and can't stay upright, we're gonna stick with just the lunge and the knee up. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, shake it out, come to the ground. We're gonna start left side, squeeze the glutes, come to your plank on the knees or the toes for our T rotation. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, and we flip and raise. So on this one, the focus here isn't necessarily speed. We want to feel the shoulder blade squeezing towards the spine. I have my hand and my arms stacked into a long line. I want my body to do the motion, and my arm is just along for the ride. Now, if you have some 3-pound, 2-pound dumbbells, you can do this holding a dumbbell. 10 more seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, wide burpee. I'm gonna face this way so you guys can see it here, and then I'll turn to the side. I'm gonna start with the slower version. 3, 2, 1, and go. Hands in the middle. Walk, 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 heels up. Hands in the middle. Knees and toes face the front of the room. And if I'm jumping, I still want to keep good form. Hands down, back flat, knees and toes forward. Out, up, launch. Out, up, launch. Three, 2, 1, and stop. Shake it out. Come down to the ground, cross crawl. All right, shoulders away from ears, fingertips to the base of the skull. Extend right, rotate the left in. Actually, I'm sorry, extend right, rotate the right elbow in, and then alternate. So it's like your elbow's pushing your leg away. Notice, if I were not using my hands, nothing would change about my body. My shoulder blades come off the ground on the side that's in. I want my shoulder to make it across my center line way before my elbow does, if my elbow even goes. Exhale, if we're holding our breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it up. Come on to a standing position. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. All right, so you have a little less than 30 seconds for a break. We're gonna do the interval one more time. All right, 15 more seconds. Water if you need it, but keep your head above your heart. So we're gonna start with our lunge and our knee up. This time right foot's doing the work. Facing whichever you're gonna face. Ready and go. To the knee. And again, this is customizable. If you need to tap and come back, you can do that. If you need to step into a split stance squat and tap, you can do that. Concentrate rather than squeezing the knee. Squeeze the butt. Nope, lift your knee. There you go. If you're 12, you gotta lift your knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. This time we're gonna do the right side. Knees or toes, plank, squeeze the armpits and the elbows to the back of the room. Pull your belly into your spine, and we go. Open and close. So again, you can come up, but only if we can keep the shoulder, elbow, and hand in a line from top to bottom. If we're not ready for that, we're just gonna try to keep our butt squeezed, our belly pulled in tight, and focus on the back workout here where we squeeze and then catch. Now, if you find that this is too much, a plain old side plank is totally acceptable. All right, stop. All right, stay on the ground or stand. We've got our wide burpee, no push up. Feet come wide on the mat or wherever you are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go. Planting in the middle, flat back. Jumping to a good strong plank. Jumping back up, heels or a launch. Plant and step. Now one thing I noticed is I tend to step back with my left foot. So this time around I'm gonna step back with my right. Hopefully when I look back at this video, I'm gonna see my knees behind my toes, knees and toes pointing forward. Please join me. And step back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Lay back, cross crawl. You get a water break in 45 seconds. Knees over hips, fingertips to the base of the skull. We go in 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So we want a controlled motion here. I have a wonderful friend who's doing Facebook Live videos, Sergeant Tony's boot camp. And he always used to say, no dying cockroaches. And for whatever reason, it's been like 20 years. That still sticks into my mind. Now this should be tough. If it's easy, make sure you're extending straight out, not bicycling necessarily. Toes go to the opposite side of the room rather than up. Miss Autumn. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. You guys get a 2-minute break, and we'll be back at it in just a moment. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready for the next round. So next up, we've got curtsy lunges. We already did that. Round 1. Round 2 is gonna be your dive bombers. Up and under. Round 3 is your narrow burpee. So you bring the feet in together, walker jump, heels lift, and then back out. Last one, hello Ollie, is going to be an X motion without the dog, hopefully.
Ollie.
You're gonna reach opposite arm and leg, back, opposite arm and leg. If you're feeling really perky today, you could get even more in there. I don't know that I'm gonna get that perky. All right, so let me get our timer going. All right, starting with our curtsy lunges, facing front and stepping behind. Go when you're ready. So same thing. You have plenty of time here. You're gonna be in 1 minute and 30 seconds total in these just once we're done. So let's make sure that we're not tearing our knees up for 1 minute and 30 seconds. We want both hips to face forward. I'm only going as far as I can go with my knee and toe facing the floor. Ollie has decided he wants to play fetch with his giant bone. I can do that and teach at the same time, right? Maybe not. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, come down to the ground, dive bombers. Remember, you've got your options here. I'll demonstrate those. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go. Sit back, nose to the ground, pressing up. So if we are on our knees, we're coming to a child's pose, coming through all the way up. Not necessarily up dog. All right, stop please. All right, so we're in our A-frame if you want it. Elbows come back, nose goes along the floor, and we lift. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, come on up. You've got your narrow burpees. So I'm gonna face forward to demo these first, and then I'll move to the side so I don't kick the wall. All right, 7 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go. Hands come in between the feet. Actually, I'm sorry, I lied. Hands come outside the feet, step out, step back in, and stand. So this is one where if we need to make adjustments, we can. You can do this with your hands on a bench. You can do this with your hand on yoga blocks. Or you can do one that works better for you. But here's our goal. Same thing as before. Knees and toes forward. Back. Knees and toes still forward. As much as we can. And again, if we're not ready, we put our hands down however we can, however far away we need to. We step out, and we step or jump back in. Shake it out. All right, coming back to the ground, let's do our crossovers. Long levers, you don't like this? Do bicycle crawls, or cross crawls rather. And go. So similar motion to what we were doing before. Same deal. I could just lay back and touch my toes. And that's like, oh, it's a nice rest, it's a good stretch. But what I want is my shoulder blade to cross center line. I'm rolling onto my lats here on the side of my body and really engaging from the top of my core to the bottom. Keep the chin tucked into a double chin position. If it hurts your neck, stick to one side. And if you need to, you can always come here, especially if you've recently had a baby or you're in a core reconstruction phase. Come on up, shake it out. So you guys have 30 seconds, 20 seconds, and then we're gonna get moving again. All right, 10 more seconds. Starting with a curtsy lunge, bring the feet hip width, soft knees, hold the belly in. 3, 2, 1, and go. So again, if we can get big on this one, we can get pretty side to side. But if we need to, we stay small. You can keep it low. Keeping the knees and toes forward. That's kind of a theme today. Control of where our knees and toes are. If we are turning so that we're facing the side wall, that's a different exercise. So we want to keep our chest forward. And if you're 12, you shouldn't have to use the counter. There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, 15 seconds to dive bombers. So same thing as before. Knees or toes. I'll start demoing the version 1 and go. Sliding underneath, pressing up. Think about, there is a limbo stick. I'm going under, I don't want to touch it, and then I press myself up on the other side. Same thing if I have my legs straight. I'm going to come down, elbows are in tight, and press up. I think I'm better at this since I started doing that mobility workout. Until I get to the video and I'm like, oh no. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Narrow burpees, doing them right this time instead of like me. All right, so remember, feet are close together. As much or as little distance you need to get the motion down. And go. Planting the hands, knees and toes forward, extending, knees and toes forward, heels or jump. So again, if you need to, you're bringing your hands far apart, feet a little wider if you need to, taking off, catching back inside. You can do it just that slow if you're working on the motion. Alternatively, you have your long, come to a knee if you need to, back in and up. All right, come down to the ground, let's do our crossover. Extending the arms and legs, chin is tucked. 3, 2, 1, and we go. Rotating up and over. So again, let's keep our chin tucked. And if this is hard on our neck, we can brace with one hand and just stick to one side. If you did it last time, just do the other side. If you need to make the adjustments during this round, that's what you're gonna do here. Just alternating. But if you can, hands overhead, shoulder crosses over, rolling onto the lats. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, 2-minute break, and then we're back at it. All right, last round. Here's what we're doing. Side lunge, taps. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down, tap, and tap, okay? Front knee stays behind the toe. It's basically your lunge, you're just keeping your chest up. All right, last burpee that we're gonna do is gonna be a lateral burpee. So what you're gonna do is jump or step, up, back. Okay, some version of that. Then we've got our blast off push-up, which we did in the warm-up. We're gonna come in, sitting back and pushing forward on the knees if we need to be. Last one is your donkey kick. Same position, toes up and in, or we have our lift, or we have our jump, all right? So let me start our timer and we will get moving. Side lunges, out and back. So all I'm doing is stepping in and sitting my foot to the side, just like our warm-up, except with a step. Now here's what we wanna do if we can. I wanna think about this as almost like deadlift position, but not that low. My head is still above my chest. My chest is still above my hip. If I can't reach this low, I'm gonna go wherever I can, or put a box or an ottoman in front of me and put my hands on that. We wanna feel this through this hamstring and also this one, especially on the push off through the heel. You don't want the hands at all, you can leave them out. And stop, lateral burpee. So remember, we're gonna jump to the side, jump again if you want, back in to the other side. 3, 2, 1, and go. If you're doing a modified version, don't care if you're narrow or wide, just make sure the knees are facing forward. Jump to the side. You don't want that extra jump? That's okay. You don't want to jump at all? Step, up, down. Notice if there's one leg that you always step back on, and either make an effort to change, or next round just be aware to do the other side. All right, last off push-up. All fours, remember you can be in a plank, or you're gonna be in a quadruped. Knees come apart, sitting the hips back towards the heels. Ready? And go. Sitting back, pressing forward. So the mechanic we want here is the hip going back and the butt squeezing as we extend over the wrists. Now, if we are on our toes, we're pushing back so that we're a long way away, pushing off, squeezing forward into that plank. This is not dissimilar to the hollow body push-up that I've been working on in my mobility sets. Because you keep the shoulders forward to support the entire time, and the back is just sliding like the shoulders and the hips are stuck along a track. Straight back, straight forward. Relax. Actually, we're gonna stay right here. We have our donkey kick. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the armpit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start with the left leg, up and in. Now, if you're okay doing this without a lot of movement in the spine, go to the next version. Up, in, heel to the ceiling. Now, if you're interested in more cardio, some explosion, bring it in, kick it up, come back. I'm launching this heel up, and as I get higher, my other leg has to come off the ground, squeezing and staying engaged. Coming back anytime we need to another option, and stop. All right, one more round, and then you guys are done. All right, 15 seconds. Water if you need it, clear out your space if you need to. All right, 7 seconds. Switch to the other side. Side lunge with a tap. And go. Stepping and coming back. Same thing. Chest, head is high, chest, then hips. If I can't maintain that position, if I'm more like this, then I want to make some adjustments here. The adjustment I need to make is come up, sit with my knee behind the toe, and everything squared off. And when I sit back, I have that flat back and the chest up. I work on it by reaching to a yoga block, into the air, not quite like that. Reaching down, stepping into that left heel. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, lateral burpee. Let's see if I can do this one another round. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Narrow or wide, whichever is comfortable. Stepping back without kicking your wall. Jumping or not jumping. Stepping or jumping. I don't know if you guys know I'm left-handed, so I tend to start everything on my left. I'm trying to make sure I'm either even or alternating, but I keep going back to that left leg. Actual jump for me, or a big step. Whatever you're doing, just make sure we're doing it on purpose. There I go with that left leg again. All right, shake it out. Blast off push-up. All fours, or in a plank. 3, 2, 1, and go. Sit the hips back, press forward. So different from a dive bomber because my hips never turn towards my hips never go to the ground. My spine stays level the whole time. I can bring my knees as far apart as I need to, I mean. If we decide to go to the toes, curl the toes under. Sit back, driving the U shape of the palm into the ground. Squeeze the butt to launch forward. Pushing away, I'm spring loaded, and then I drive. Three, 2, 1, and stop. All right, last round, then we cool it off. 10 more seconds, right leg, donkey kick, whichever version you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go. Knee and in. Again, if you're doing this level 1 version, back is flat, squeeze the butt. Second version, heel, knee. So feel the heel launching the back into the motion. In and up. Once we feel like we've got some momentum there, then we can bring the toe off the ground. Switching into a lower option if we need to, coming all the way to the ground if we need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, come up on your knees, take a deep breath in, and exhale. One more time. And breathe out. Let's do just a quick cool down. Come back to all fours. Right leg goes up next to the shoulder, pin the shoulder and the knee together. Sit back, lift the chest. All right, while you're here, walk the hands back. Come on both sides of the leg if you need to. Toe lifts if we can. Come up if we need to. All right, bring that foot in, come to center. We're gonna cross over, twist to the front of the room. Bring it back to the center. Left hand comes up and over and stretches. Bring it to the other side. I'm gonna turn this way, you don't have to. Left leg comes up next to the shoulder. Work the right knee back. Shoulders are level. Hips relax. As close or as far away as you need it to be. All right, so walk it back. If you can, lift the toe. If you need to, support both sides or come all the way up. All right, come up to kneeling. Cross over. Left arm goes back. Chest goes towards the left. Bring it back to center. Right arm comes over the head. Push the hips towards the right. Good. From here, have a seat. We're going to come to a 90-90. Knee faces, the shin is parallel to the mat. I've got my back leg, 90-90. Hinge forward, hip is on the ground. All right, switch sides. All right, come on up. From here, arch it forward. Hands go behind, legs, lift the chest. One more time, forward. And behind. Good, shake it out, upper body. Shake out the legs, take a deep breath in. Exhale, one more time, nice and deep. And exhale through the mouth. Nice work. We made it. Minimal animal influence. Hope you guys had a great workout. Hopefully I'll see you again this time next week. No.